and seemingly logical people just fall for this nonsense? Isn't it just clear that what's happening here, where they're being confused, these shubuhat, these heretical ideas, confused ideas, these muddy waters that people are being exposed to. So may we never see the actual Dajjal, but the culture of the Dajjal is already here. We must protect ourselves. And of course, here is a statement from a companion of the Prophet ﷺ, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يتعوذ من عذاب جهنم وعذاب القبر والمسيح الدجال. That the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to seek refuge in Allah from the punishment of hell, the punishment of the grave, and from the impostor Messiah. And the Prophet, of course, is teaching us by example. So we need to protect ourselves against the Antichrist. There's a hadith where the Prophet said, "Ad-du'a silah al-mu'min," that supplication or prayer is the weapon of the believer. And there's some weakness in the chain, but it's true. So I request from the audience that they pray for the people of Gaza, pray for their souls. Many of us are completely powerless to do anything. When we can't change anything with our hands or our tongues, so what do we do? Well, we hate the oppression in our heart. It's the weakest of faith. ذَلِكَ أَضْعَفُ الْإِيمَانِ. The Prophet said it's the weakest of faith, but it's still faith. It's still something, right? So give charity, give sadaqah, do extra prayers. These are not insignificant. I mean, Allah looks at the intention and sincerity. Allah can work miracles. Allah is muqallib al-qulub. He's a changer of hearts, right? We know that a man in the inner circle of the Pharaoh was a secret believer. Allah changed his heart. May Allah change the heart of the Israelis, right? May they see with clarity what they're doing and stop their oppression. And it's sunnah to be optimistic. We should be optimistic. The Prophet was optimistic. And inshallah, in the next generation, no one will dare attack Muslims like this, like they're doing right now, because we'll be more organized. We'll be a united front. Muslims are coming together right now over Palestine. Muslims are making tawbah and rededicating themselves to Allah and His Messenger. There's a spiritual revival happening right now. As we said, Palestine is the epicenter. Non-Muslims are converting to Islam right now due to Palestine. So remember what we said at the beginning of the podcast. Our state in the world will not change until we realize and take it to heart that only Allah can help us. That when we turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with all of our being from the bottom of our hearts, then our conditions will improve. When we realize that the only opinion that matters is Allah's opinion, then we'll see change. Nothing else is really going to help us, right? We must have obedience to Allah and His Messenger, cling to the Quran and Sunnah, right? And the very pillar of this religion is the prayer, right? If the Shahada is, the tent or the canopy, then the pillar that holds up the religion is the prayer, right? As-salatu imadud din. So don't leave the prayer. It's very important. And then we have this dua. So learn this dua. I encourage the audience. This is our weapon. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min adhabi jahannam wa min adhab al-qabr wa min fitnati al-mahya wal mamat wa min sharri fitnati al-masih ad-dajjal. So, oh God, I seek refuge in you from the punishment of hell and from the punishment of the grave and from the tribulations of life and death and from the evil of the tribulations of the impostor and Messiah.